Hey guys, Will Roundtree here, author of the book Credit is King, where I'm going to show you how to turn your credit into royalty. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you how to think like a billionaire. Now, I know what you're thinking. Millionaire? No, I'm talking about billionaire with a B. Now, one of the things as far as thinking like a billionaire is that you're going to have new goals. You're going to have to do new things. But more importantly, really what separates the millionaire from a billionaire, again, is information. And so that's what I'm going to give to you today, right now, information. Okay. So now, one of the things that really opened up my eyes, because again, or just like with anything, you never get satisfied in life, or at least I would hope that's the case. And so after being able to build a multi-million-dollar business in 3 years, my next goal, my next plateau, the next climax that I'm trying to reach is a multi-billion-dollar business. And so I surrounded myself with mentors who are far way more successful than me. Some of them don't even know they're my mentor. I follow them online. And so, but what I do is I do what other successful billionaires do. And I'm going to give you some of those things that has helped me even just get to the M's, the millions. But I'm trying to get to the billions, and hopefully you're going to take this information and it's going to be vital to you. So one of the things that's vitally important, or let me share this with you. A lot of times I think that we get, it's taboo to talk about money. And I really want to kind of decipher that mindset because, again, when you go to a job interview, generally, what's the one thing you want to know? How much they're going to pay you. When someone gives you a referral for a job, what's the very first thing you want to do? You want to know how much they're going to pay you. So one of the things that I really want people to understand, because I don't want people to get scared by the billions and millions and different things like that, is that, you just have to do a little bit extra to position yourself. So one of the things that one of my mentors did, and I was actually having a dinner with him. This was probably about, 8-9 months ago. We're in a restaurant, we're having dinner. And we got to conversing about, man, how do we get to that next level? How do I position myself? How do we scale our businesses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? And he said something that was so profound to me. And he said, Will, one of the things that I personally am going to be more accountable of to position myself to thinking like a billionaire is I need to dress like a billionaire. And I was like, man, that makes sense. Business is all about perception. Let me tell you what perception is. So you ever been scrolling on social media and, someone sends you a message and you look at them and you're like, oh man, they look pretty good. And then you actually see them in person. You're like, you're not the same person that sent me this picture. That's perception. So perception in regards to dressing like a billionaire is extremely important because people are going to view you differently. Now, I know some billionaires who will walk out in a t-shirt, flip flops, and take Mark Zuckerberg, the hoodie and jeans, and I understand that's not the path for everyone. And so when you are trying to get somewhere you've never been before, you have to do things you've never done before. So to get to the $1 billion, plateau, I need to start dressing for success. Other things that I had to do, or that I've learned to get to the $1 billion is I have to read more books. What books are you reading? Again, as mentioned before, for those who've been following me for a while, most of the information that we want to know are already in books. When I was coming up, the internet wasn't as accessible as it is now, but even this information is on the internet. But if you are, like millions of people who don't want to scour through that, information and figure out what's good, what's bad, and whatnot, I'm giving you the information right here, right now, just because you subscribe to this channel, of course. So again, dress for success. Now, dressing for success doesn't mean you're going out there buying $1,000 Gucci loafers and you're buying the $5,000 Tom Ford suits. I mean, it's okay to go out there and get a suit, get it custom to your body. That's how you dress for success. Making sure your clothes are a little bit more fitted, understanding, one of the things people look at when they first encounter you are your shoes. What do your shoes look like? So all of these little bitty different things and nuances, pretty much things that our parents probably were telling us when we were little bitty kids, are things or the information that could be vital to us now to thinking like a billionaire. So dressing for success. Again, the books you're reading. Now, I get it. Reading sometimes is a pastime for some people, but I'm not going to fill my mind with a bunch of fictional books. I'll save that, and I'd rather go to the movies and watch it. I'd rather pump into my subconscious, pump information into my mind, things that I can actually use today, right now. Books like Think and Grow Rich, books like, How to Win Friends and Influence People, books like 48 Laws of Power, books like Credit is King, of course. And it's a countless amount of books. And if you're like myself, when I first got introduced to entrepreneurship, I was not a reader at all. So this is around the time when audiobooks were on CDs. So I would go and invest in a library card. That's the cost of your investment. And the library has all of these audiobooks on CD. So, or at least that's what they had back then. Nowadays, a lot of it is accessible right on the internet, a lot of the audiobooks. So again, dressing for success, the books you read, the people you hang around. Who are you hanging around? They say your network determines your net worth. They say if you hang around 4 broke people, you're bound to be the 5th. So I told myself, if I'm trying to get to the millions and the billions, I need to hang around million and billionaires. So the people you hang around makes a tremendous difference, because not only are they shaping how you think and how you maneuver in life, but you're also going to start picking up their lingo. You're going to start picking up how they interact with people. They're also going to hold you accountable. Usually people who are busy and successful, they don't have time for childishness or nonsense. So generally, you're going to be on your best behavior when you're dealing with people who, they understand time is money. And so hanging around people is definitely important. Another thing is time. We have to understand time management. I'm currently reading a book, myself and my wife. Every single night, we read a chapter of the book called The Power of Focus. And it really talks about how to balance our work and personal life, because we both own businesses out here. So being able to understand how to balance your time is vitally important to position yourself, because when growing a business, you want to work on your business so you can eventually work outside your business and continue to just be the visionary and delegate different tasks. That's the only way you're going to be able to scale. But if you are the one, filing the paperwork, doing the phone calls, handling the accounting, doing this, the marketing, the social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you're not going to have time for anything else. You can't successfully scale or grow as a business if you are wearing every single hat. So with that being said, time is extremely important, just like I mentioned, when thinking like a billionaire. So one of the things I definitely want to leave you with, because I'm telling you, if all you did was follow this blueprint, you're that much closer to your goal. You're that much closer to hitting that $1 billion mindset. Now, of course, there's some other things, being ambitious, having a good product, a viable product, all those different things that you're doing. But we're talking about kind of the dirty things that people don't like to talk about, of what it takes to become or thinking like a billionaire. So it was something that, someone shared with me, and this was actually one of my mentors. And he said, in business, what separates successful billionaires from people who are unsuccessful is they create systems. And system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. If all you did was understood systems and knowing what systems stand for, you're light years ahead of most people who are out there who don't have access to this information. So what I would like to do is I want you to subscribe to this channel today and share this video today. Share it with your friends, your family, whoever, because I'm going to continue to pour this information into you. This information, again, is information that I've collected over the past 15 years of my journey. and I'm going to condense these lessons or these videos or this information or this game into these videos for you today. So make sure you subscribe. Again, this is Will Roundtree here, author of Credit is King, and I'll see you guys at the top.